Government-linked companies or GLC are corporations in which the government owns a significant stake through sovereign wealth funds, government agencies or other means. GLC help government achieve major socio-economic goals including infrastructure, national security and economic development across sectors. In a mixed economy, GLC balance commercial and public interests while working with private companies, boosting the economy and public policy. Malaysian economy relies on GLC to implement public policies and boost growth. Concerns remain about the poor performance of several GLC nationwide. This might be caused by inadequate management, governance, economic issues, or external market conditions. Failure to succeed often casts doubt on the effective use of public funding and may need strategic changes like organizational restructure or leadership changes to enhance operations and fit with national goals. GLC underperformance must be addressed to maintain a strong economic ecosystem and sustainable growth.
Moving on to issues or problems underperforming government-linked companies in Malaysia. There are few issues or problems. The first issues or problems faced by GLC in Malaysia is political interference. According to World Bank 2004 cited that public projects are often left uncompleted or delivered to poor quality. Both politicians and bureaucrats are viewed as critical, important agents in the delivery of public projects. Politicians are elected by the citizens to decide public policy, including the delivery of public projects, where bureaucrats are employed by the government to implement these policies. According to Ayer and Money 2012, cited that our understanding of the interaction between politicians and bureaucrats is very limited, both in terms of their causes and their consequences. For example, a government may push a GLC to invest in projects or industries that align with its political agenda rather than being driven by sound economic principle or market demand. This can lead to insufficient resource allocation. The second issues or problems is corporate government issues. According to Mobius 2002 and Rossini and Hudayb 2006, a bulk of surveys has illustrated that good corporate governments played a critical role in the major institution for making an investment decision. Weak corporate governments poses a significant threat to the success of GLC. For example, failure to implement robust risk management practices is another corporate government challenge. GLC must identify and manage risk effectively to ensure the sustainability of their operations. The third issues or problems are inefficiency and bureaucracy. Based on IFS Report 2002 cited that there is a common argument in the efficiency analysis arguing that it is evidently hard to measure the efficiency performances of public sector organizations as opposite to the private companies due to the fact public sector produces goods that are provided either free at the point of use or at price that is not determined by market process. Last but not least, human capital issues. Human capital development has become increasingly important in developing countries as acquiring knowledge, skills, and abilities is crucial for economic growth and development. However, several common challenges hinder developing countries' ability to invest in human capital, such as low literacy and education levels. Addressing human capital issues is paramount for ensuring a workforce that is capable of driving innovation and achieving organizational goals. GLC may encounter difficulties in attracting and retaining top talent, especially if private sector competitors offer more attractive compensation packages or career investment opportunities. The ability to recruit and retain skilled professionals is crucial for the long-term success of GLC.
Underperforming government-linked companies, GLC in Malaysia, like any other business entity, may face a variety of challenges that contribute to their underperformance. There are three causes of the issue underperforming GLC in Malaysia. First causes is that GLC might face challenges due to political interference where decisions are influenced by political agenda rather than business consideration. This can impact strategic planning and hinder effective management. According to Saleh, 2021, there must be a delicate balance between professional leadership and political integrity within GLC, like what happened in the cases of Mara Corporation in Malaysia, which argue for the importance of shielding this strategic institution from undue political involvement and emphasize the value of putting skilled specialists in charge. The appointment of Datuk Badli Shah by the minister in charge of Mara exemplifies the dangers of political meddling. His forced transfer from Group CEO to a seemingly incongruous post as a gardener exemplifies the disconnect between political objective and the competent administration required of a strategic institution such as Mara Corporation. It was stressed that GLC executives are not expected to engage in political activities, just as politicians are not expected to serve in dual capacity as corporate executive. Secondly, a weak governance structure and a lack of transparency can lead to corruption, mismanagement, and inefficiency within GLC in Malaysia. This can erode investor confidence and hinder the Bumiputra agenda. According to Carvalho, 2023, the analysis is prompted by a recent harsh warning from Malaysian Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, who underscored the need for accountability and prevention of incompetence in managing GLC, particularly considering the Bumiputra agenda. He has issued a harsh warning emphasizing that people in charge of GLC will be held accountable for any betrayal of the Bumiputra. The warning is a call to action which it is recommending to have a true re-evaluation of governance system inside GLC in order to ensure openness, honesty, and consistency with national development goals. The emphasis on preventing incompetence and the potential punitive penalty against GLC specialists who fail to perform their duties sends a clear message about how seriously the government takes any divergence from the Bumiputra agenda. As Malaysia pursues economic growth and inclusivity, it is critical to strengthen governance structure within GLC in order to encourage investor trust and respect the objective of the Bumiputra agenda. Lastly, financial mismanagement such as irregularities in accounting practices, excessive debt, or poor financial planning can contribute to the underperformance of GLC. According to an article by Hunter, in 2023, the influence of GLC in Malaysia with a particular emphasis on Khazanah Nasional Berhad and its recent sales of Kidzania, a children amusement park. The sale focuses not just on financial misconduct but also on systemic faults inside GLC that have caused substantial losses. The article dips into the story of GLC, tracing its origin back to the 1970s and the goal of closing the income gap among Malaysians. It claims that GLC, which were designed to interfere in the economy and redress income inequality, have veered from their original goal, which is the rentier class of executive within GLC has been chastised for receiving excessively high compensation while leading their companies toward economic disaster. It contends that GLC have failed to achieve the declared goals of increasing Malaysian earning and well-being, instead adding to income disparity and economic distortions.
Assalamualaikum and greetings to everyone, especially for our lecturer, Satmani. So for my part, I will present the solution or recommendation that can be considered in order to overcome the issue within the government-linked company. So the state of government-linked company or GLC in Malaysia is filled with laws that are too favorable to the government. This will make processes and improvement to increase economic development become stagnant or become slow. So GLC is in dire need of a better solution so we can help directly or indirectly in improving the national economy. There are some solution or recommendation that can be overcome in order to prevent government intervention in GLC in Malaysia. Firstly, the depoliticization of GLC. So, as we know, Malaysia is one of the countries that has the best GLC strength in the world. But however, intervention from the government is critical from a political point of view. As we can see nowadays, right, under the guise of enforcement and assistance in terms of professional conduct, the government often appoints politicians to serve in GLC. So this is very important to overcome, because with the intervention, GLC will not be able to expand and prevent all independent actions to advance the GLC itself, while at the same time contributing to the economy of Malaysia. The action needed is to create conditions or laws rejecting government intervention, especially in decision making. Second recommendation, the GLC needs a regular audit and reviews, because by reviewing and monitoring how government-linked companies work for GLC, it can ensure that they are doing their job well and guarantees that they are following the rules and the guidelines that has been set for them. So with this, it helps to see if there is a political influence that might influence the company goals. And the third recommendation is engaging stakeholders and public oversight. So it is crucial that we engage and educate the public, business organization, civil society, in order to improve the transparency and limit the influence of the government in GLCs. So by raising knowledge about the benefits of depoliticization of GLC will increase the support. Limiting government intervention may lead to more successful and unbiased GLC activities that will contribute to the economic growth of the nations. Also, last but not least, it can be recommended to create a professional training and development exclusively for GLC only, because by investing in the training and development of member of GLC, it will prevent from any kind of independent decision making that will involve the government itself, because this will include creating specialized training programs that meet the particular issues and possibility faced by the GLCs. And the training programs can focus on improving leadership skills, encouraging new ideas, creating a culture of continuous improvement. This helps the organization or the GLC rely less on government policy or directions, while the internal management is better able to handle the operations in the GLC itself.
So, we come to conclusion that the underperforming government-linked companies GLCs in Malaysia shows numerous significant challenges that limit their effectiveness in contributing to national economic growth. Political involvement, corporate governance difficulties, bureaucratic inefficiencies, and human capital limitation are among the key challenges mentioned. These difficulties prevent GLC's ability to compete in the global market and achieve their role in promoting socio-economic goals. Consider the situation of Malaysia-Morocco cooperation, where political involvement resulted in the forced transfer of the Group Chief Executive Officer, Dato' Batlisha Abdul Ghani. This case shows the negative impact of political interference on the professional management of essential institutions, as well as the significance of protecting GLCs from unnecessary political activity. The real causes of this problem are multiple. Political interference, which results from the mixing of political goals and commercial choices, put at risk GLC's strategic planning and operational effectiveness. Corruption, incompetence, and inefficiency are weak governance systems and a lack of transparency. GLC's adaptability in dynamic market conditions is limited by bureaucratic red tape, while human capital limits their capacity to attract and keep qualified experts. Furthermore, financial mismanagement, as demonstrated by irregular accounting methods and excessive debt, worsens underperformance. Added to that, financial mismanagement, which includes irregular accounting methods and excessive debts, worsen underperformance, as witnessed in the sale of Kidzania by Pazadan Nasional Berhad. Several strategic ideas and proposals are given to solve these difficulties and restore GLC in Malaysia. To begin, GLCs must be privatized, emphasizing the need of professional leadership free of political involvement. Transparent and responsible leadership can help by clear rules for the hiring of suitable personnel based on merit and experience. Regular audits and reviews are essential for monitoring GLC performance and ensuring specified norms and criteria are followed. Involving stakeholders and the general public in monitoring efforts may improve transparency, minimize political interference, and boost trust in GLC operations. In a nutshell, we can conclude that Malaysia can unlock the full potential of its GLCs, link them with national economic goals, and greatly contribute to long-term economic growth and progress by following these steps. However, the reform process requires participation from a wide range of stakeholders, including the government, shareholders, and employees, and the general public. Malaysia can create an environment suitable to the growth and successful operation of GLCs via collaborative efforts, enhancing their critical role in the country's economic landscape.